Let's face it, when you're dealing with joint problems like arthritis, osteoarthritis, or other conditions, the idea of exercise might feel intimidating. You might think, won't moving make things worse? It's a common concern, and honestly, it makes sense. If your knees ache or your hips feel stiff, the last thing you want to do is jump into a high-intensity workout. But here's the thing. Avoiding movement altogether can actually make things worse. Weak muscles, stiff joints, and increased pain are often the result of inactivity. The good news? You don't have to run marathons or lift heavy weights to stay healthy. There are plenty of low-impact exercises that can help you stay active without putting extra strain on your joints. In fact, regular physical activity, even gentle movement, can be a game changer. It strengthens the muscles around your joints, improves flexibility, and even helps reduce pain over time. Take Maria from California, for example. She's been living with knee arthritis for years and was convinced that any kind of exercise would just make her pain worse. Then she tried swimming. I was scared at first, she admits. But once I got in the water, I realized I could move without feeling like my joints were screaming at me. Now, swimming has become a regular part of her routine, and she feels stronger and more confident than ever. If Maria's story sounds inspiring, you're in the right place. In this article, we'll dive deep into the best types of exercises for people with joint issues, how to do them safely, and why they work. We'll also share real-life success stories and practical tips to help you get started. By the end, you'll have everything you need to take that first step toward a healthier, more active life. 1. Key principles for safe exercise with joint problems. Before we jump into specific exercises, let's talk about some basic principles that can help you stay safe and get the most out of your workouts. Think of these as your ground rules for exercising with joint issues. They're simple, but they make a big difference. 1.1. Start slow and build gradually. If you haven't been active in a while, or if you've been avoiding exercise because of pain, it's important not to go all in right away. Imagine your body as a car engine. You wouldn't rev it up to full speed without warming it up first, right? The same goes for your joints. Start with short sessions, maybe 10 to 15 minutes, and gradually increase the duration as your body gets used to the movement. Why it works? Research shows that easing into exercise helps your joints produce more synovial fluid, which acts like natural lubrication. This reduces friction and makes movement smoother over time. Plus, starting slow gives your muscles and tendons a chance to adapt without getting overwhelmed. Pro tip: keep a journal to track how you feel after each session. Note what worked well and what didn't. This way, you can tweak your routine as you go and avoid repeating mistakes. 1.2. Listen to your body. Your body is pretty good at telling you when something's wrong if you pay attention. If an exercise causes sharp pain, stop immediately. That's your body's way of saying, hey, this isn't working for me. On the flip side, mild discomfort or muscle soreness is usually okay. It's a sign that your muscles are working and adapting. What to watch for? Pain that radiates beyond the joint, like shooting pain down your leg, or swelling that doesn't go away after resting, could be red flags. If you notice these symptoms, it's worth checking in with your doctor before continuing. That radiates beyond the joint, like shooting pain down your leg, or swelling that doesn't go away after resting, could be red flags. If you notice these symptoms, it's worth checking in with your doctor before continuing. 1.3. Invest in good shoes. Let's talk about footwear for a second. If you've ever worn uncomfortable shoes, you know how much they can affect your whole body. The wrong pair can throw off your balance, put extra pressure on your joints, and even lead to injuries. So, investing in a good pair of sneakers is one of the smartest things you can do. Success story. Thomas from Chicago struggled with ankle arthritis for years. No matter what he did, his joints felt stiff and achy. Then he bought a pair of orthopedic sneakers designed specifically for joint support. It made a huge difference, he says. Now I can walk for miles without feeling like my ankles are going to give out. 1.4. Strengthen the muscles around your joints. Here's a little secret. Strong muscles are like shock absorbers for your joints. When your muscles are weak, your joints have to pick up the slack, which can lead to pain and stiffness. On the other hand, strengthening the muscles around your joints can take some of the pressure off and make movement easier. Science backs it up. Studies show that strengthening the muscles in your thighs and glutes can reduce the load on your knees by up to 40%. That's a big deal, especially if you're dealing with arthritis or other joint issues. How to get started? Focus on exercises that target the areas around your problem joints. For example, if your knees hurt, try exercises like leg lifts or squats, with modifications, of course. We'll go into more detail on these later. 1.5 Don't skip the warm-up and cool-down. Think of your warm-up and cool-down as bookends for your workout. Skipping them is like trying to read a book without its cover. It just doesn't work as well. A proper warm-up prepares your muscles and joints for movement, while a cool-down helps them recover and prevents stiffness afterward. Easy warm-up ideas. Arm circles and leg swings. Marching in place. Gentle neck and shoulder stretches. Cool-down tips. After your workout, spend 5 to 10 minutes stretching. Focus on the areas you work during your session. This will help reduce soreness and keep your muscles flexible. 2. The best types of exercises for joint problems. Now that we've covered the basics, let's talk about specific exercises that are gentle on your joints but still effective. These activities are perfect for people with arthritis, osteoarthritis, or other joint-related issues. We'll break them down one by one so you can find what works best for you. 2.1 Swimming and water aerobics. Swimming is often called the perfect exercise for people with joint problems, and for good reason. The water supports your body weight, reducing the impact on your joints while still allowing you to move freely. Plus, it's a full-body workout that improves cardiovascular health, flexibility, and strength. 2. The best types of exercises for joint problems. Now that we've covered the basics, let's talk about specific exercises that are gentle on your joints but still effective. These activities are perfect for people with arthritis, osteoarthritis, or other joint-related issues. We'll break them down one by one so you can find what works best for you. 2.1 Swimming and water aerobics. Swimming is often called the perfect exercise for people with joint problems, and for good reason. The water supports your body weight, reducing the impact on your joints while still allowing you to move freely. Plus, it's a full-body workout that improves cardiovascular health, flexibility, and strength. Why it's great? The buoyancy of water takes pressure off your joints. It improves circulation, which helps deliver nutrients to your joints. It's easy to modify based on your fitness level. Getting started. If you're new to swimming, start with simple laps or water walking. Many community pools offer water aerobics classes, which are a fun way to meet people and stay motivated. Real-life example. John from Florida was diagnosed with osteoarthritis a few years ago. At first, he avoided exercise because he thought it would hurt too much. Then, his doctor suggested swimming. I was skeptical at first, he says. But once I got in the pool, I realized I could move without pain. Now, I swim 3 times a week, and it's made a huge difference. 2.2 Yoga and Pilates. Yoga and Pilates are excellent options for improving flexibility, building strength, and reducing stress. Both practices focus on controlled movements and mindful breathing, which can help you develop better body awareness and posture. Benefits. Strengthens the muscles around your joints. Improves balance and coordination. Reduces stress, which can worsen joint pain. Tips for beginners. Start with beginner-friendly poses like child's pose, cat-cow, or tree pose. Avoid positions that require deep bending or twisting if they cause discomfort. Success story. Anna from Texas struggled with chronic back pain for years. She tried everything: medication, physical therapy, even surgery, but nothing seemed to work long-term. Then a friend suggested yoga. I was hesitant at first, she says, but after just a few weeks, I noticed a big improvement. Now, I practice 3 times a week, and it's become a cornerstone of my life. 2.3. Walking. Walking is one of the simplest and most accessible forms of exercise. It doesn't require any special equipment, and you can do it almost anywhere. Plus, it's easy to adjust the intensity based on your needs. Why it works. Low impact, so it's gentle on your joints. Improves cardiovascular health and circulation. Can be done indoors or outdoors, depending on your preference. How to start. Begin with short walks, 10 to 15 minutes, on flat surfaces like parks or sidewalks. As you build endurance, gradually increase the distance and pace. Real-life example. Peter from New York had knee surgery a few years ago. His doctor recommended walking as part of his recovery plan. At first, it was tough, he admits. But after a month, I noticed a huge improvement. Now I walk an hour every day, and I feel amazing. 2.4. Cycling and elliptical training. Cycling and elliptical training are great alternatives to high-impact cardio like running. Both activities are easy on the joints but still provide a solid workout for your legs and core. Benefits. Strengthens leg muscles without straining your joints. Improves cardiovascular endurance. Can be done indoors or outdoors. Getting started. If you're using a bike, stick to flat terrain and avoid steep hills. On the elliptical, start with low resistance and gradually increase as you get stronger. Pro tip. Invest in a stationary bike if outdoor cycling feels too risky. You can control the resistance and pace, making it safer and more predictable. 2.5. Resistance bands. Resistance bands are a fantastic tool for strengthening muscles without adding extra strain to your joints. They're lightweight, portable, and versatile, making them perfect for home workouts. Why they're awesome. Easy to use and store. Adjustable resistance levels. Target specific muscle groups effectively. Beginner-friendly exercises. Leg extensions to strengthen your quads. Bicep curls to tone your arms. Side leg lifts to work your hips and glutes. Success story. Linda from Ohio uses resistance bands to manage her hip arthritis. They're so convenient, she says. I can do a full workout in my living room without worrying about hurting myself. 3. Adapting exercises to fit your needs. Even with low-impact exercises, there may be times when you need to tweak things to make them more comfortable. Here are a few tips to help you adapt your workouts. Use supportive props. If you're doing floor exercises, grab a soft mat or pillow for extra cushioning. Modify your range of motion. Don't push yourself to do full-range movements if they cause pain. Partial reps are perfectly fine. Exercise in a warm environment. Heat helps relax your muscles and joints, making movement easier. Try warming up with a heating pad or taking a hot shower before your workout. 4. When to talk to your doctor. While exercise is generally safe, there are some situations where you should check with your doctor before starting. For example, if you're experiencing acute inflammation or severe pain, if you've recently had surgery or an injury, if you're unsure about which exercises are safe for your condition. 5. The science behind it all. Research consistently shows that physical activity is one of the best ways to manage joint problems. A 2021 study found that people with arthritis who swam regularly reported a 40% reduction in pain and a 30% improvement in mobility. Another study showed that yoga participants experienced significant improvements in mental health and joint function. Key stats. 70% of arthritis patients who practiced yoga reported better mental clarity and reduced stress. 85% of walkers said their sleep quality improved, and they felt less anxious overall. 6. Conclusion. Take that first step today. Physical activity doesn't have to be scary or overwhelming. With the right approach, it can be a powerful tool for managing joint problems and improving your quality of life. Remember, consistency is key. Even small changes, like a daily walk or a few minutes of stretching, can add up over time. If this article inspired you, leave a comment below. What exercises have helped you manage joint pain? What topics would you like us to cover next? And don't forget to subscribe for more tips and stories.